At First Choice Bank, we know you can't always make it before the bank closes. With our integrated teller, you can talk to a live person as late as 7 p.m. on weekdays and noon on Saturdays. It's not just an ATM, it's an ITM. First Choice Bank, your choice for banking.
Give the gift of a delicious burger from Bulldog Burger, a soup and sandwich from Sweet Pepper's Deli, appetizers and cocktails from The Grill, or even a wood-fired steak from Harvey's. Choice is the perfect gift. An all-in-one gift card from Eat With Us.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 10.
Well, good morning and welcome to Mississippi Live Weather this morning. I'm so excited you can join me bright and early to help get you ready for the day ahead. I know I'm not the usual face you would wake up to see, but I'm meteorologist Caleb Edelblut here to get you ready for quite a warm weekend ahead that we have in store. But the good news is this is kind of the last warm weekend of December, last weekend of the year. I'm going to have everything you need to know coming up in this broadcast. But take a look at our headlines. We're seeing an above average weekend ahead with those warm temperatures still constantly bugging us as we continue throughout the Christmas season, getting closer towards New Year's. Then those rain chances, they're going to come back in the forecast towards the end of your weekend. So any outdoor plans you have today, even into tomorrow, they are still good to go. But Sunday, those rain chances come back into the forecast, and that's what's going to be responsible for our temperature drop coming up as we get ready for the next work week ahead or the next holiday week ahead of everything we need to know coming up in the next few minutes. But let's kind of take a live look all across North Mississippi right now. This is taking a look at Starkville's Mississippi State's campus. Temperatures around 59 degrees, feels like 59. That humidity around 100%. You can kind of see some patchy areas of fog. That's about all we're tracking this morning as we get up ready to get going for our Friday, but a beautiful shot of Mississippi State's campus out there this morning, and that sun getting closer and closer towards rising later on this morning. Here's another live look out here in Batesville. A cloudy start to the day. Temperatures around 66 degrees, feels like 66 as well, but that wind coming in around 11 miles per hour, so maybe a little bit breezy as you walk out of the door, but definitely not going to make us feel cold. You're sitting right there already in the mid 60s by 6:30 o'clock this morning. Another live look out here in Tupelo, a little bit better, starting to see low 60s, southern 8 mile per hour winds coming out of the south. Feels like 61 as well. So beautiful conditions all across North Mississippi, but definitely warm as well. But taking a look at the first 12, we're starting off our day with patchy areas of fog. 61 degrees by 7 o'clock, warming on up to see pretty much mid to low 70s all across North Mississippi, and mostly cloudy transitions into partly cloudy, and eventually that cloud cover moving on out later on this evening, seeing temperatures around 67 degrees later on tonight by 7 o'clock. So still going to be a beautiful day and pretty much a dry day. Taking a look at your Doppler radar, not really tracking anything going on currently and not going to be tracking anything throughout the rest of your day. So like I mentioned, any outdoor plans, I know later on today I'm going to be going and play pickleball with my siblings and some friends. It's going to be a fantastic day out there in Starkville, but all of North Mississippi, still dry conditions pretty much all across our viewing area, and it's going to stay that way as we continue to get ready for the weekend ahead. But taking a live look at those surface analysis and everything kind of going on within our country, you can see not really many weather makers down in our area, but you can see a cold front start to get closer and closer towards North Mississippi. Now, this cold front is going to be a little bit deceiving, not really going to do anything for us here in North Mississippi, but we're going to have a cold front that we're tracking all the way out west. That's going to continue pushing on across the country throughout the rest of this weekend, and that's what's responsible for those rain chances Sunday and into your Monday, and what's responsible for that temperature drop as well. That's what we're going to be tracking all weekend long, but for now, we are going to enjoy some pretty calm and quiet conditions across our viewing area as we get ready for the weekend ahead. But Futurecast kind of showing that cloudy start to our day. This is at 8 o'clock this morning. As we continue tracking out the rest of your day, we're going to see that cloud cover try to stay pretty consistent, seeing those mostly cloudy conditions this afternoon, but starting to move on out as well. By 5 o'clock, we can kind of see those partly cloudy conditions return, moving more and more eastward. The western portions of our viewing area already seeing a clearing take place earlier. And that cloud cover continuing to push on out, seeing mostly clear conditions by the time we reach those evening hours and evening broadcasts later on tonight. There's that cold front I was talking about, not doing a lick for us, not cooling us off, bringing any rain chances. We are still staying dry and warm as we get ready for our Saturday ahead. But the next cold front we'll talk about, that will definitely have some implications on our forecast. But the next 24 showing those dry and warm conditions ahead. We're starting off today around 62 degrees by 6 o'clock, warming our way up towards the mid 70s, especially by 3 o'clock, seeing temperatures around 76 degrees, partly cloudy conditions returning, then starting to see some clearer conditions make their way back into the forecast as we continue dropping in temperatures, still seeing mid 60s later on tonight at 9 o'clock. So we're going to be tracking out the rest of what your Friday looks like and also a glimpse into your weekend ahead. All of that's coming up in 1 minute after this break.
The clock is ticking on Room to Room's year-end clearance sale. For 5 days only, get half off furniture, mattresses, and Christmas decor, plus 20% off accessories. 5 days with 60-month special financing. And we pay the sales tax now at Room to Room.
As a bankruptcy firm, Mitchell, Cunningham, and Bowling realizes many people are worried about their finances. We're here to guide you through the next steps to restart your life with easy video appointments. New clients don't have to leave home to get information about becoming debt-free. Also, convenient in-office appointments are available at the low cost of $340 upfront for a Chapter 13. You can be on your way to being debt-free. Contact Mitchell, Cunningham, and Bowling today or visit our website at mcdebtfree.com. We are here to help you.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Caleb Edelblut.
Well, thanks for sticking here with us at Mississippi Live Weather at 6:30 this morning. We're taking another live look, kind of seeing those road conditions all across North Mississippi as we are all starting to wake up. That sun begins to break, seeing how active we are. Temperatures around 61 degrees, feels like 61 out there in Columbus. Starting to see some more traffic kind of make their way onto the roads, but it was pretty empty on my way up here to Tupelo. That's kind of what you expect in the early hours of the morning, especially the day after Christmas. So I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas yesterday, and we can continue those spirits going into today. Here's another live look out there in Fulton. You definitely tell that sun beginning to rise just a little bit more, starting to see that sun enter the background and the sky above, but still 61 degrees, feels like 61, that southerly motion kind of coming out of the south around 8 miles per hour, not as breezy out there in Fulton. But let's take a look at your day planner to track out the rest of your morning. Could see some areas with some patchy fog. That's about it of what we're tracking for the rest of the morning, starting off with temperatures around 61 degrees, working our way up, seeing upper 60s by the time we reach 10 o'clock, still seeing those mostly cloudy conditions above. But any airport delays or any travel plans you have today, no delays. You are looking good, especially in our region, but pretty much all across the country as well. So I know it is a busy time of the year, and we are definitely traveling all across the United States. So everything is looking pretty good right now. No major or moderate delays occurring across our country this morning. But let's take a look at your no school day forecast. Since it is Friday, got to put this in the forecast, and you can see we're waking up temperatures around 61 degrees, maybe some patchy areas of fog depending on where you're at. By the time we make it towards lunchtime, seeing temperatures in the upper 60s. And by the time you reach those afternoon hours where the kids are enjoying their new toys from Santa, temperatures around the low 70s, and that countdown getting closer and closer to zero, down to 9 days, just, well, closer towards 10 days, but doing a good job getting closer and closer towards the new year and new school year as well. But let's take a look at Futurecast to kind of track out what we're expecting as you go about your Friday and enjoy this lovely day after Christmas. We're kind of still seeing mostly cloudy conditions all across North Mississippi this morning, but as we continue tracking out, we can kind of see that cold front make its way closer towards North Mississippi. You'll see it in just a second, but still cloudy conditions by lunchtime as we continue throughout our day. But that cloud cover will start to break the further into the afternoon and evening we get. Notice half of that cloud cover's on the eastern side of our viewing area, pretty much along Highway 45 and kind of just a little bit to the west, but mainly east of that highway. Then you start to see that clearing out west, especially along Interstate 55. Not really seeing that cloud cover by 5 to 6 o'clock this evening, even into the rest of your overnight hours. That cold front moving on through, and the only thing it's really doing for us is pushing that cloud cover out. Not really seeing much of an effect, especially with rain or temp drops. It'll be the next cold front that we're tracking out for your Sunday into your Monday. That's going to have more implications on your weather ahead. But tracking out into your Saturday, especially Saturday morning, that cloud cover starts to build back up again. So definitely could be a cloudier start to your day tomorrow as well. Kind of what we're experiencing this morning. But those high temperatures today, pretty much in the mid 70s across North Mississippi. Thankfully, not really talking about breaking any records like how we were talking about earlier this week, especially around Christmas Eve, but mid 70s all across North Mississippi, 74 out there in Houston, 73 New Albany, 72 Holly Springs, 74 Tunica and Clarksdale, 76 out there in Greenville. I think you're the winner on this graphic for feeling the warmest, so still not really feeling like December here in North Mississippi, but thankfully we're going to have that cold plunge make its way closer and closer to us. Those feels like values still doing an excellent job matching up, so at least we're not feeling warmer than what those temperatures are outdoors, so not going to feel humid or muggy while we're experiencing these above average conditions. But coming back to Futurecast, let's track out your Saturday, seeing that cloudy start to the day. Not really a believer on these rain chances. This model giving us something to look at, maybe see some colors instead of just that cloud cover. I'm still expecting a dry Saturday as we get started, but this model really trying to show those rain chances as you go throughout your Saturday. But notice, very isolated, nothing strong or stormy conditions making their way through. Maybe could be a pop-up shower, but still dry conditions pretty much Saturday morning, even into lunchtime. Moving on into the afternoon hours, I think the only moisture we're going to see is that cloud cover above. But still, notice this model, lightest shades of green, very sporadic, not confident at all with those rain chances. This is Saturday evening at 6 o'clock tomorrow. So just expecting cloudy conditions and those rain chances kind of moving on out if we can even see them. Not expecting those as you go about your Saturday. Should still be a beautiful day by the time we make it there later on this weekend. But those high temperatures going to be a little bit warmer for your Saturday as compared to later on today. Pretty much mid to upper 70s all across North Mississippi. 76 in Amory, Tupelo, Houston, 77 Bruce, 76 Water Valley and Grenada, 75 Clarksdale, 76 Tunica, 75 South Haven, Senatobia, and I think our winner is 77 out there in 78 out there in Columbus and Lowndes County. So definitely a toasty day. It's this above average constantly day after day, but thankfully we're going to be talking about that Arctic plunge getting closer towards North Mississippi at the end of your weekend. But those feels like values doing a little bit better, 78 out there in Columbus, but feeling like you're at 77. So hey, we'll take any degree we can get, but still kind of matching up with those temperatures outdoors. Not going to feel humid or muggy. But with it being a beautiful weekend ahead, here's a park planner, especially for tomorrow, seeing that cloudy day ahead, but not really seeing those rain chances. I'm still not confident on those like that model is projecting. Should still be just a dry Saturday, maybe a little bit cloudier, trying to give you some shade. Starting off with temperatures around 62 degrees by 7 o'clock, warming up towards the mid 70s by 12, still sticking around the mid to upper 70s by 3 o'clock before cooling off and seeing upper 60s by 7 o'clock tomorrow. But let's take a look at that 7-day forecast as we get ready for the weekend ahead. Your high today, seeing temperatures around 73 degrees with those partly cloudy conditions above, especially the further on into the day we get. Saturday, seeing those mostly cloudy conditions return, high of 76, and then Sunday and Monday. These are going to be the days we're going to talk about the most today and into the weekend ahead. That's when that cold front will make its way to North Mississippi. And notice where we're going. We're going from the mid 70s to low 40s as our high. So it's finally going to start feeling like December here in North Mississippi, and that's due to that cold front kind of getting pushed back more and more with each model run. Started off on Sunday, now looking more towards like a Monday event, kind of overnight. Not expecting anything too severe, but definitely something that we're going to continue tracking out. 43 degrees for your high Monday, low of 36. Then you're seeing a low of 21 Tuesday, high of 40 for your Tuesday, and then continuing to look into your Wednesday and Thursday. Beautiful average conditions finally returning here in North Mississippi, and it will be a blessing to finally see that as we get ready for the new year ahead. Of course, here's the QR codes to continue to stay updated with us here at Mississippi Live Weather. We have both the iOS and Android version of the app to make sure you can all stay updated with us. And of course, we'll be live later on this morning at 7 and 7:30 before we get to our evening shows later on tonight at 5, 6, and 10. So I appreciate being able to start the morning off with you guys, and I appreciate making sure to get y'all ready as y'all get ready to walk out of the door. So y'all have a fantastic Friday ahead. If I don't see y'all later, y'all have a fantastic Friday and a lovely weekend ahead. I'll see y'all later.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Laupon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Laupon has proven himself trustworthy